Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today we continue to build decks led by the legendary creatures from the new Final Fantasy set. Leading today's deck is the first ever canonical love interest in Final Fantasy, Rosa, Resolute White Mage. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Rosa, Resolute White Mage is a 4-mana 2/3 legendary human noble cleric with reach. At the beginning of combat on our turn, we put a +1/+1 counter on target creature we control. It gains lifelink until the end of turn. So, Rosa wants us to put +1/+1 counters on our creatures. She's also a white mage. I suppose I should explain the whole white mage, black mage thing in Final Fantasy so more people can understand it. Black magic is the magic of destruction. It focuses on fire, lightning, and ice magic. White magic is the magic of healing and protection. You heal your allies, throw up barriers to protect them from harm, or even bring them back from the dead. In the early JRPGs like Final Fantasy IV, you want both in your party as often as possible. But Final Fantasy IV doesn't let you pick your party members. Nor can you control their classes like in Final Fantasy III or V. In Final Fantasy IV, the characters all have a set class. Rosa is a noble in the Kingdom of Baron. She studied hard and learned white magic so she could support and protect Cecil. She even follows after him after he's sent on a mission to the Summoner Village and is tricked into destroying it. On the way, she contracted desert fever, so Cecil had to go find a cure for her. After she's been healed, she convinces him to let her come along. We travel together for a while, but she's eventually captured by Golbez. I'm currently replaying Final Fantasy IV, and I'm working on rescuing her as I record this video. Now, I wanted this to be a budget deck after yesterday's video, so we're a bracket 2 with a budget of $100. Now, remember, there are no budgets involved when it comes to the bracket system. Seriously, go take a look. Nothing about the deck price is anywhere. The bracket system is about power restriction, not budget restrictions. So yes, sometimes decks will be a bracket 3 and have a $1,000 budget, like last week's Terra deck. But before we get to our deck list, a quick word from our sponsor, Ultimate Guard. The Return to Earth Boulder series is unique in that they are made almost entirely of renewable resources, rather than plastic. And lately, Ultimate Guard's been printing these not just in solid colors, but with artist print, like the new Squaros series. As part of a set, you can call upon all of the Justice League to protect your commander decks, like this one featuring Superman. Pick yours up today at your local game store or order it on Amazon. Link down below. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Oh, one more quick announcement before we get started. I'm currently streaming over on Gaming with Danon as well as Twitch. It'll mostly be Final Fantasy XIV, but you're more than welcome to pop in and talk about Commander. Honestly, about half my streams are talking about manga, anime, or Commander. For lands, we're running War Room, Bonder's Enclave, Rogue's Passage, Scavenger Grounds, and 33 Plains. Pretty straightforward. Our mana ramp package consists of the Wind Crystal, Oketra's Monument, Knight of the White Orchid, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Marble Diamond, Herald's Horn, Mind Stone, Felwar Stone, Worn Power Stone, Gilded Lotus, Wayfarer's Bauble, Solemn Simulacrum, and Pearl Medallion. Mostly mana rocks, but some cost reducers and land ramp as well. For card advantage, we've got Exemplar of Light, Well of Lost Dreams, Emeria Shepherd, Inspiring Overseer, Endless Atlas, Sun Titan, Mangara the Diplomat, Archivist of Ogma, Cut a Deal, Secret Rendezvous, Dawn of Hope, and Court of Grace. Lots of ways to dig through our deck and keep our hands full, along with a little bit of reanimation. Our interaction and spot removal package consists of Restoration Magic, Swords to Plowshares, Path to Exile, Generous Gift, Angel of the Ruins, Disenchant, Destroy Evil, Heliod's Intervention, Stroke of Midnight, Reprieve, and Darksteel Mutation. Lots of ways to keep our opponents in line or to protect our board. But Danon, how is Restoration Magic interaction? Well, dear viewer, it saves our creatures from a board wipe, which means if someone else casts a Blasphemous Act, while everyone else is putting their commanders back in the command zone and their creatures in their graveyards, we untap with a full board and no blockers. It's even better than a counterspell. Sometimes. For board wipes, we're running Austere Command, Cleansing Nova, Mass Calcify, and Split Up. Lots of flexible options as well as some one-sided board wipes. The core of our deck consists of Aerith Gainsborough, Angel of Vitality, Valkyrie Harbinger, Resplendent Angel, Angelic Accord, Lyra Dawnbringer, Soul Warden, Speaker of the Heavens, Soul's Attendant, Sephara Skiesblade, Archangel of Tithes, Youthful Valkyrie, Angelic Field Marshal, Nykthos Paragon, Felidar Sovereign, Shattered Angel, Voice of the Blessed, and Baneslayer Angel. That's right, dear viewer, we're an angel deck. Somewhat. Supporting our plan, we've also got Authority of the Consuls, Linden the Steadfast Queen, and Kindred Boon. One and a few extra ways to gain life. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 51 mana sources split between 37 lands and 14 pieces of ramp. A little heavy, but angels aren't cheap, so it's fine. 12 pieces of card advantage. Not bad for a white deck. 11 pieces of interaction. 4 board wipes. 1 piece of graveyard hate in Scavenger Grounds. 1 sudden I win card in Felidar Sovereign. While life gain isn't the primary focus of our deck, we do gain a lot of life. So having Felidar Sovereign in our deck to help us win out of nowhere is nice. Okay, I lied. We kind of are a life gain deck. We gain life, grow our creatures, and beat our opponents down. All for under $100. Not too shabby. Are you building a Rosa Resolute White Mage deck? What about a deck led by one of the other legends from the Final Fantasy set? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. You can have a video made or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons. Waffles, Jiraiya, Muffins, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Alix, Borging, Nazwin, Conga, Robert, Pi, Kazaris, Patrick, Tiz, Art, Richard, Sint, Boomy, Osira, Justin, Golden Walker, Ernesto, Midge, and Captain Hammer. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.